Welcome back. The Aam Aadmi Party, within just about a decade plus in its existence, has now been deemed a national party. Let's go straight across to one of its key members, Raghav Chadha, who joins us at this point. Raghav Chadha, thank you very, very much for joining us. My first question to you, your thoughts on the fact that Aam Aadmi Party is a national party, also at a time when other parties, larger parties, compared to the AAP, who've been there around for a longer time, find themselves struck off this list?
Well, first of all, it's a big day for us, all of us at the Aam Aadmi Party were absolutely ecstatic with joy. And I congratulate each and every volunteer of the Aam Aadmi Party who has tirelessly worked for this day. It's a big milestone for all of us. You know, if you were to rewind back to the days of 2011, 2012, we were challenged by the high and mighty of Indian politics, the BJP, the Congress. And they used to challenge us. They used to say, if you have it in you, why don't you try and float a political party, fight elections, win elections, form your own governments, and then do the kind of governance that you wish to do. We chose to opt for this challenge, and we did exactly the same. We floated a political party. We went to the people. People blessed us with a mandate, highest ever mandate in India's electoral history. We formed governments and gave, an extremely pro-people governance. We are the fastest growing political startup in India. And while 6 political parties out of 1,300 odd political parties in this country are recognized as national parties, only 3 political parties in this country are national parties having governments in more than one state. The BJP, the Congress, and the Aam Aadmi Party. So today, I think it's a big day for all of us, and I hope that Aam Aadmi Party continues to grow leaps and bounds at the same accelerated pace in times to come.
One has to admit that inside a decade or just a decade plus, you've become quite a force to reckon with in terms of the rise. Like you said, the political startup, the rise has been meteorical. But let me ask you, where does this put the Aam Aadmi Party in terms of the opposition? If it's going to be a Modi versus all or opposition versus the BJP in 2024, where does this now put the Aam Aadmi Party?
Look, I don't think a lot about this unity within the opposition political parties. I think more about, Anand, the unity among the people of India. If BJP is to be defeated, if this regime that has inflicted us with a 30-year high inflation, with a 45-year high unemployment, with an increase of 54% in farmer deaths, with 30 farmers dying every day in this country, the prices skyrocketing, etc. If the pain and misery inflicted on us, on the common man by the BJP is to be undone and BJP is to be thrown out of power, what is required is the people of India to unite, not merely a few opposition political parties to unite. And I think that's something that happened, an experiment that happened in the year 1977 when the mighty Congress and Mrs. Gandhi were overthrown, and she herself and her son Sanjay Gandhi lost their own seats in the Lok Sabha election of 77. Something similar should happen in 2024, where everyone joins forces. The socialists, the communists, the Jansanghis united the forces in the year 77, and people of India united forces. Something similar should happen in 2024.
Sounds like a plan, but there was a resistance to the emergency. These times are different. The other aspect is that if I were to quote the Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji himself, he said, look at the poll arithmetic, look at the realities. Will the Aam Aadmi Party cede seats to the Congress? Will the Congress vacate seats for the AAP elsewhere? So what kind of unity are we talking about?
First of all, the Honorable Home Minister and one of the senior most leaders of the BJP, Mr. Amit Shah, should look after his own party affairs, leave Aam Aadmi Party, Congress and other political parties to us. What permutation combination the opposition comes out with is something that remains to be seen. I am not here to comment on the modus operandi or the permutation combination that ultimately will be adopted by opposition. But I must certainly, as an Indian, as a student of political science, as a political activist, and as a member of parliament from the opposition, the Aam Aadmi Party, can say that the unification of the people of India is required. I think people of India need to come together under one umbrella, giving one candidate against one candidate of the BJP, if this regime is to be defeated. And above all, permit me to say that people of India today require and are wanting a new brand of politics, a new vocabulary of politics, a new grammar of politics, a new idea, a
But
new
that-
model, and a new messenger. I think that is what is needed to capture the popular
But
imagination.
Raghavji, that grammar will evolve only when there is a cohesion. Now, will the Aam Aadmi Party now take the lead? Will it get center stage rather than standing on the sidelines when the other parties like Trinamool, like JDS, like KCR, like DMK, like the NCP no longer have national stature?
All these parties that you've just named need to work under the people of India with their blessings, with their love and support. This is not a game of one-upmanship. Who sits in the front row? Who is above who? Quite frankly, Aam Aadmi Party, before getting this legal tag of a national party, was already a national party in the sense that our election symbol, that is the broom, the chhadu, and our most popular leader, the convener, Arvind Kejriwal, both these things, chhadu and Mr. Kejriwal, are recognized in every nook and corner of this country. People of this country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Guwahati, are yearning for the Kejriwal model of governance. So I think in that sense, Aam Aadmi Party already had a national flavor attached to it. And do not forget, we are a product of a people's movement, which was a pan-India movement. It was not a Delhi-centric movement by any stretch of imagination. We're a product of a pan-India movement, and that national flavor already was with the Aam Aadmi Party. So in that sense, of course, getting the national party tag legally from the Election Commission gives us some additional perquisites and benefits when it comes to fighting elections, which will of course be
all the more the reason I need to ask you this, Raghavji, is the AAP going to exact its pound of flesh? Clearly you will want more.
Well, I'm certainly not going to discuss all this on primetime television. And I'm certainly not the right person to be asked all these questions. I'm a small bob in the web. I think political parties, as I've said, need to come together for saving India's democracy, for saving India's constitution.
You're being modest. You're being modest there, Raghav, because you may call yourself a small fry, but you're an important cog in the AAP wheel, who's making headlines, who's hogging the headlines too, for politics and beyond. So let me ask you, what's going to happen for you? Are you looking at Lok Sabha aspirations? Is there marriage on the cards? Are the rumors true?
Well, vis-a-vis my electoral plans, the party decides where they wish to send me and what responsibility they have in mind for me. I'm a loyal soldier of the party. I'm a young member of the Arvind Kejriwal brigade. And as far as my personal life is concerned, I would love to restrict this conversation to Aam Aadmi Party's national party status and not my relationship status.
Yeah, totally appreciate that, but we are also curious to know, Lok Sabha 2024, will you be fighting as a Lok Sabha MP? Will we see him? And will one of the most eligible bachelors in politics soon seat to be won? इतना तो बताइए.
I think time will tell. As I've said, today is a day of celebration, and the cause of celebration is Aam Aadmi Party's acquiring this national party status. We will have a detailed conversation about my relationship status at some other point in time.
Look forward to that.